What's going on, guys? It's AKingsCreation again, bringing you guys another video. In this video, we will be breaking down the biggest siege event that I've had where I had to actually defend the castle. Now, we won and I won as a console player for the first time. This is my first time winning a siege event. Now, in this video, I will be breaking down some of the highlights. I won't be showcasing the entire siege because that would just be a long video. But as you guys can see, I am with Oblivion, Mithril, and Transcendent. Technically we're mercs, but as of right now we had got this guild donated to us, so we can't change the guild name for another 26 days. So technically it's mercs, Mithril, and Oblivion defending the castle against everybody else in the server. Now, as you guys can see, I am currently rank 3 right now in this server, and aka technically rank number 1 as a console player, because the two above me are PC players. So I'm the best console player in this server right now. That being said, I'm going to showcase to you guys the best highlights that I can possibly find for this event from my point of view. Now keep in mind, I'm still not able to, all the console players out there, I'm still not able to see everyone just like you, but there is a workaround. Basically just try to survive and find the players that are on your screen and kill them as fast as possible. So without further ado, let's go ahead and break down the highlights of this siege. All right, so the first highlight clip of the siege is attacking the golem. All right, I have a lot of range, so I can build stacks off of the golem here and basically just hit it with explosive fury. So basically I was just building up stacks on the golem and then throwing down spears from the top of the castle. Now keep in mind, I still can't see everybody on console, so I had to basically wrap around and try to find whoever was close for me to even target them with the spear in the first place. So, but also we had to do a lot of damage to the golem, so either way it was a win-win situation. Now unfortunately I accidentally slid down the wall and had no choice but to fight in the field. Now that being said, this is now just a bombing phase where I go in and I will die. I have to get as many kills as possible before I die, okay? Because then it would be a waste if I get no kills, right? So apparently they didn't see me or cared not to like focus me, but I was throwing spears in the red group in front of me and ended up getting about 3 kills before dying. That being said, there's still issues when it comes to, and I understand console players, there's still issues when it comes to targeting. As you guys can see, my target was still apparently the golem. See, my screen was facing the reds, but apparently I was still targeting the golem, and that's how I died there. But that being said, either way, it was still a benefit because I got 3 kills before dying, which makes it a win. Now let's go ahead and see what is our next highlight of this siege. All right, so the next highlight is the jumping golem being on the top of the wall. Fortunately, the jumping golem was stuck on top of the wall, so it couldn't jump down. So I was just building stacks on that golem, and then I started raining spears on top of this other golem with the stand. And then I threw it in the ball and it ended up getting 6 kills or 6 to 7 kills off of that alone. Even though I couldn't see all the red players on that stand, I still ended up getting 6 kills because I knew if I can target one, there was going to be a clump of them on that stand. As you guys can see, all the gravestones on there. I am still trying to build stacks off of the golems because it's easier to build stacks off the golem. And as you guys can see, even if I target the golem with the spear, it can target any red that is near it. So it was kind of easy for me to build stacks without actually having to go down and come all the way back up again with Shadow Escape, right? That was a highlight right there. That's the second highlight of the siege. So let's go ahead and move on to the third highlight. All right, so they broke down the left side of the wall. So now this highlight is me trying to defend the first checkpoint, which is on the left of me right now on guild pin 6, as you guys can see on my map. But what I'm trying to do is prevent them from coming in. So I'm building up as much stacks as I can and trying to bomb as many reds as possible. I was able to get 4 kills as they were coming in. This is the checkpoint that they're trying to grab here. So we're trying to prevent them from capturing the wall resurrection location, right? And the crazy part is that they end up capturing it on the initial push, but we capped it back. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm just trying to beat up as many reds as possible around. And I also got a good vantage point like killing that guy, because he probably would have did a lot of damage from up top. So I prevented that from happening. And then I ended up dying here because I was just in a cluster of red. But that's to be expected when you're behind enemy lines, right? So I wanted to hurry up and rush back as soon as possible, and basically defend as much as possible. So that is the highlight here. It's just me defending this area for a while, and then I will go ahead and show you guys the next important area that was being contested, and a lot of kills and fighting was going on. Okay, so the next important highlight was the red taking over the central respawn point. So we needed to get the central point back, which is the point right here in front of me. As you guys can see, we're trying to capture it, and we're trying to clear off all the reds as quickly as possible. And we ended up taking down most of the reds, so we ended up getting the central point back. And that is a huge point too, guys, for those who don't know. Yeah, that central point right there we just captured is a huge respawn point because it's close to the castle and the throne. So we need that respawn. And also there are more respawns on guild build 12 and 17 that are even closer to the castle. So we have to have it's almost, think of it like a diamond, right? We have to have that, all those points to us, because it's easier for us to protect the throne if we respawn close to the throne. You see what I'm saying? So we're just defending the central point right now until we move on to the next point. And as you guys can see, I got about 3 or 4 more kills here just around the central point. And now I'm being called to go to guild pin 12, which is closer to the respawn point. But it looks like a lot of greens are starting to handle it. So I will be showcasing the highlight where we back off of this bridge and start protecting guild pin 12. Not 12. The pin behind us, but I don't think it's pinned. But you see, yeah, it is. Guild pin 11. You see that, where it's another point of respawn, and there's a lot of reds coming out there. So we're going to focus on getting them out of here as quick as possible. Now, I don't want to get too close because, once again, I don't have melee evasion, so I have to throw spears from a distance. And as you guys can see, I picked up 2 more kills here, and we're just wiping them off of this spawn because we need all the spawns within that diamond shape I was talking about, right? As you guys can see, we're capturing this point again, and now they're going to be respawning. The reds are going to be respawning further and further away from the castle, which is exactly what you want, especially if you're defending it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next big highlight. Okay, so this highlight is huge because little does everybody know, I actually saved the throne for everybody. And this was one of the best clips, actually the best clip of this entire siege. We have 30 seconds to get rid of the enemy guild leader who captured the throne, and I was the person to finish off that kill. And I want you guys to see this. As you guys can see, he's right here with the big armor on, and all the allies around him are in yellow. And as you guys can see here, I am throwing spears, and I killed the guild capture, right? So that is about the biggest highlight of this siege. And as you guys can see, we regained the throne, and now everybody's moving back out to defend it again. All right, so that was one of the best highlights of this siege, right? And then I'll show you guys one more push. This will be the final highlight of the siege, and it will be basically the end point of the siege where we're all fighting within the throne room. Okay, so this is very huge because the Skulls Guild has captured the throne. So we have exactly 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to get that throne back, because we are the ones defending it and we need it back, right? So we are trying to capture back the resurrection areas as well real quick before we go back in there, while all the other allies are in the throne room trying to defend, or trying to recapture the throne. We are trying to get our respawn points back, so when we do die, we are able to get it back. As you guys can see, they're trying to capture it back. As you guys can see, that red right there, to try to capture it. We're trying to get him off of it, and we're working around doing that. Okay, they stunned him off, and now we're pushing the throne because now we need to capture the throne back. As you guys can see, now the timer has officially started, where our allies are technically it's their throne, but now we are trying to capture it back, and we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. So now it's a whole brawl going on within the throne room. So as you guys can see, we have the guild leader. We're trying to defend him. As you can see right there, he's the one in yellow with the Oblivion symbol on, with 36 over his head. Now all the reds around are trying to kill him, and we're trying to prevent that from happening. And I think he does end up dying, so we needed to get another guild leader to capture the throne. So it's going to be another attempt after this, and as you guys can see, I'm picking off as many kills as possible. I'm up to 50 now, which is pretty decent for a console player in this situation. I think I died here, and also he dies shortly, but there is another guild leader that picked it up, I believe, and we are still holding on to the throne. Either that or he never died. I'm not really sure. All I heard in the comms was that he died and another guild leader picked it up, but that might not have been true. I think they were just saying that. No, he did die. See, as you guys can see, he's no longer capturing it, so he did die. So now it's basically overtime, and now we're waiting to see who is going to capture it again. So now we're trying to fight to capture the throne once again. And also the red team is trying to capture it. All right, so he captured it again. Now this is the final push, where we defend him as much as possible. And yes, we are giving our lives to him so we can keep him alive. So we're all just fighting around him and dying over and over again, because our goal is to protect that guild leader right there, as you guys can see, who jumped across the screen. Now I'm gonna fast forward. Okay, so we got a minute left, and as you guys can see, the siege is supposed to end in 3 seconds, but it keeps going into overtime because we're still capturing it. So now the final countdown is 50 seconds. We have to hold on to the throne for 50 seconds, and we are doing that. We are all dying here over and over and over again just to protect the captured guild. Let's make sure he's alive. That is the biggest call out, and that is what's being screamed over and over and over again in the comms. Make sure he does not die. So we keep respawning in. Like I said, that's why we wanted to capture those respawns. You see how we died and we respawned and we're right back in the throne room. That's very important. As you guys can see, we got 16 seconds left. He's in the corner trying to stay alive. We're holding down that corner like it's the end of our lives, okay? We are killing as many reds as possible, trying to attack the corner, and he's just sitting there peacefully in that corner, and we won the siege. Yes, that was it. That was fun, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this little highlight breakdown of me playing it on console. As you guys can see, it was issues with not being able to see everybody, but we still was able to get 54 kills and 160 assists, which is not bad, and we got 4th place for our guild. And Oblivion has taken the throne once again and defended it for 2 times in a row. On Grenwell is the server. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. People are wondering if I live stream. Yes, I only live stream for my members. Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, make sure you guys check my membership tab. I have supporter, big supporter, and huge supporter. Each tier comes with more benefits. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check it out. How do you access it? You can go to my about page if you're on the desktop and just scroll all the way down to memberships, join now, or you can check the description of each video. Thank you.